Right, we're on. Driver can be a nightmare. 5 seconds will get you launching driver, trust me. Driver can be an absolute nightmare. It doesn't have to be though. The reason most people struggle with driver, and I guarantee the reason you struggle with driver, is because of your angle of attack. We need to hit the golf ball on the way up with driver. So many people have great iron swings hitting down, but we need to be able to hit the golf ball on the way up. Make sure we strike the ball on the way up, like an airplane taking off. I've got a 5-second drill that can ensure you do that. If you get your angle of attack fixed, it moves your path. Think about it. If you swing out to in, across this way, you're going to swing down, aren't you? Changing angle of attack can make you swing in to out, launching that golf ball. I see this all the time. Great intention. Tee the ball up. Player sets himself, takes the club back, moves way behind, stays way behind to try and help the ball up. It's not going to work. The mass of your head, the mass of your body is too far behind the golf ball. I also see this action, trying to help the ball into the air with the hands, letting the club head pass the hands. I understand that, and the physics behind it, it makes sense. It's not going to work though. That sun's just got up, which is going to ruin the view of this camera. We'll manage though, we'll keep going. There must be a way where we can hit up on the golf ball without having to worry about what our body does, what angles we hold, anything like that. We must be able to find a way for this to happen. All we need is a ball marker. Any disc, any coin. Dumbarney links. Take my address position, one club head, place my coin on the ground, my marker on the ground, one club head behind. Now, that's my reference point. When I take the club back, top of my swing, up to the top, my nose is in line with that ball marker right there. Right there, my nose is in line with that. And if I get that correct, that will be the low point of my arc, and then through impact, I'll naturally hit up without having to do anything with my body. Nothing at all with my body. I address the ball. There's my reference point. As I come back, if I stay centred to that, that will be the low point of my arc. And then from there, the club will naturally move back up without me having to try. I don't have to even try to hit the ball up because I've centred myself to a position behind the golf ball. Because I've positioned myself to a spot behind the golf ball. There. Now the 5-second drill is about to come, but if I can get myself to there, that'll be low point and then up. Too many people get behind and far too far behind the coin here. So now your head, your sternum, your centre of mass is too far behind. We hit the ground, bounce up, or we top it. Too many people swing like an iron and move that centre of mass too far ahead, looking for some sort of compression, which is great with irons, but not great with the driver. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, if the angle of attack goes up, we can change path. Generally, an angle of attack that's negative with driver is coming down right to left or out to in. We don't want that steepness. Look at the club shaft there, coming out to in. If I keep my head behind the golf ball, adhere to a spot, it's much easier to come down here and then hit back up without even trying. So, the 5-second drill. Address position. Coins one club head behind, just here. Now I appreciate there on the golf course you can't put a coin down when you're playing competitive play, but I've got an answer for that in just a second. Here's the 5-second drill. Set yourself up, nice wide stance. Good. I'm adhering to the coin up to the top, and then feel as though your body's moving through like it normally would on the shot, but stop at the coin. There. There. So you're not even bothering about follow through. There. And that is going to help train path. That's going to help you train the path of the golf club. Once you start thinking about follow through, we start to hit at the golf ball instead of swinging towards our target, and of course our path and angle of attack's gone. Just stop at the ball marker. So don't bother about the follow through. Set myself up, coin's there, adhere to the coin, stop there. Stop there, stop there. Then when you're playing the actual shot, focusing on that area, and then just let it happen. So I'm there. Angle attack was positive, hit the ball on the way up. That ball launched in the air because I just got myself to here. Once I got to here, I let the club then continue past its low point and naturally goes up, hits the ball on the way up without even trying. Without even trying. That's the beauty of it. Now sure, if I hit one here and I slow down, put it into slow motion, you'll see my head probably moves. My nose starts off in line with the ball marker. It'll then probably move slightly away from it and then back close to it, and then stay round about here somewhere. But I'd never really get ahead of that ball marker, so we'll slow this one down after I've hit it. And I'd never really get ahead of the ball marker. There, just to there. That's it. Good again. So I actually just clipped the ball marker, so my low point was great, and then back up. That was good. You obviously want to try and avoid the ball marker, but that was just me trying to express what exactly is going on here. So on the golf course, how do I do that without putting my ball marker down? I clearly just hit the ball marker there. Not ideal. So what do I do on the golf course? Well, watch this. Just quickly before we finish this video, golf psychology is massive. My book is now on Amazon, How to Play Golf Without Giving a F. Very, very simple. It sounds like it's about lowering your standards. It's not. It's about changing your mindset. And it's definitely not about giving up. It's about letting go of perfection. If you can disassociate yourself from the outcome of every shot, you'll be a good golfer. And as it says in the book, the more you give yourself permission to f**k up, the less chance there is of f**king up. Amazon, that's the place to go. Let's move on. So I'm heading up there, in that direction, up towards those two bunkers. And look on the ground there, there's an old tee lying near my golf ball. I'm going to use that. So I'm on the course. There's the tee, the old tee. I'm going to leave that tee there. I'm going to move my club head just down away from it. And I can then tee my golf ball up here. So I've set my parameters. Now I put my club behind. Great. And that tee is now what I'm going to line myself up to. I'm now using this tee here to keep myself centred to that tee. That's going to be my low point, and then from there I'm going to naturally go back up. So I'm using an old broken tee. So that broken tee there is effectively in line with the end of my club head there. So that's what I'm using. You can use anything. The edge of a divot I could use there. I could get my golf club in there just in front of the divot. There's a piece of grass there. So I can, an old bit of grass for example that's lying there. I can put my club in front of it, tee my ball up, and then use that, adhere to that. So on this one here, as I say, I'm going to use that tee. You can't move the tee obviously, so you have to mark your ball or tee your ball up before with that tee on the ground, so you relate yourself to that tee. And I'm there, just 5 second drill. Do this for 5 seconds there, which is generally about 4 swings. I'm just stopping there. That's the feel. And then you step up and recreate that motion. And we're all good. Natural angle of attack is a positive angle of attack. So you can now launch your driver with just 5 seconds on every tee, using something on the ground to adhere to ensure your angle of attack is a positive one, which of course is going to help fix the path of your golf club. It sounds like it's about lowering your standards. It's not. It's about changing your mindset. And it's definitely not about giving up. It's about letting go of perfection. If you can disassociate yourself from the outcome of every shot, you'll be a good golfer. And as it says in the book, the more you give yourself permission to f**k up, the less chance there is of f**king up. Amazon, that's the place to go.